Well, welcome, Sam and Josh. Sam has rejoined us from out in the fields. He got like close to 24 hours of rain and got Sunday off. So we're recording on a Sunday, so Sam can join us again. So we're super excited to have Sam with us on episode 35 of Hexproof from Ward. He is back on this episode. I thought, we talked about our favorite planes. We've talked about our favorite planeswalkers. We've talked about some of our favorite stories in Magic. So, what if we each came up with our own pitches for movie ideas for live action Magic the Gathering movies? Um, so everyone's kind of came up with a story that they'd like to see from Magic's history, characters they'd like to see, different planes they'd like to go to, and then kind of put them all together, kind of pick some people that they might think could play these roles, or we can help out with those kind of ideas too. Um, so let's start off with what story. We'll go story first. Um, and then as you're talking about the story, you can talk about what planes that story takes place on, things like that. So, um, let's go Josh first.
Okay, I did my homework assignment. You would be very proud of me, okay? And to no one's shock, this story is going to take place in a little plains called Kaldheim,
Ooh,
which is essentially the Viking-inspired Norse mythology-esque plain, which has a lot of my favorite cards of all time, a lot of really cool characters. Love the gods from that set. And that's where our story begins. Uh, in the wake of the March of the Machines and the Phyrexian invasion, the World Tree was burned in order to, uh, as part of the strategy against the Phyrexians. And the World Tree is where the Cosmos Elixir was brewed, which gave the Kaldheim gods their immortality. So, in the wake of that, there is a vacuum in power and order. And with the burning of the World Tree, I like to think that uh, Valky, who is the god of deceit, who was frozen by Tybalt, believe the burning of the World Tree would be hot enough to melt the ice enclosure that he was frozen in. And then to ensue more chaos, he just organizes uh, essentially a tournament to determine who will be the god of the uh, Kaldheim Plain, and then also within there, there's also Eski, who is doing the parallel story of strengthening the sapling of the new world tree, and those are two concurrent stories happening at the same time. And Asika in the world tree, and then um, Valky and looking to make as much chaos as possible and deception as he connives his way to the top in this power vacuum.
that sounds
So,
awesome.
yeah. So, my cast, uh, Allrund, who is the god of time, essentially, would be J.K. Simmons. You might know him as Buff Santa,
Yeah,
or
yeah, yep.
uh,
Or J.
uh,
Jonah Jameson. Get me
yeah,
pictures of Spider-Man. Yeah.
yes. Then, then Rydane would be, I'm gonna butcher this name, Dane Denai Guerrera, and so she was in Black Panther, and so does a good warrior character. So I figured she would play that god well. Cosima would be Charlize Theron. Um, Egan, the weird death one, would be Bill Skarsgård because
Okay. Yep.
he
Yep.
could sell
That
that, I
makes
think.
sense. That makes sense. You'll float too on this plane.
Then for Bergie, I was thinking Naomi Harris, who did a wonderful job as that shaman character in Pirates of the Caribbean. She is a good storyteller. I think she would do that character justice.
Okay.
Then Turgrid, the god of salt. I think you need the saltiest actress of all time, which would be Aubrey Plaza. No one does a
Hmm.
stank face like her, so
Hmm.
yes, that just makes sense to me. Then, uh, then for Kelvori, I was thinking Palm Clementif. So that's like the green god who kind of unites the other legends.
Hmm.
That's the actress who played Mantis in the Marvel Universe.
Okay.
Then for Asika, who's going to be like the main character driving the side plot, I was thinking Zendaya.
Yes. Perfect.
Okay. Then Halval, essentially the god of the forge. I was thinking Norman Reedus.
Okay. All right. I like
Then
it.
Valky. This is gonna be sound like my crack pick, but I think he could do a good job. I saw him do amazing things in the Weird Al movie. Is Daniel Radcliffe. I
Okay.
I think he
I
would
like
have.
it.
I think he could bring the correct energy to Valky. So
Yeah. I
yeah.
like it.
Then for uh, Tornlif, the essentially Thor in this world. I didn't do the easy thing of just saying uh, insert Hemsworth because that's too easy. I'm going Dave Bautista.
Oh yeah. He's yeah.
Then
Okay.
uh, then for Jorn, going off. Sh do not update now. Okay, sorry. My computer tried to sabotage me. Uh,
It likes your picks too much.
yeah, for Jorn, going off of the success of Sinners, I'm going to say Michael B. Jordan. He can be the ice god, so that'd be pretty tight. This movie's going to be so expensive. I'm sorry, this is going to be a rough budgeting on
Hey,
casting
we
alone.
have we have no budgets here.
No budgets here. This is the
Yep. No
okay.
budgets.
It's the greed build all over again. And then, so then I was thinking, uh, Matt Chacon, I believe that's how you say it. He's like the director of the Fantastic Four First Steps. I thought they did a really good job of reintroducing a bunch of characters and
Hmm.
still kind of keeping the story going. With so many characters we got, I think they would be a good pick. And then for the story, for the writing, I think I would want to get Michael Dante and Brian Konietzko. Those were the writers from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay. All right.
So, so with all that together, that would essentially do that story.
Okay.
Uh, any, do you think I cast anyone wrong, or if you would you have another uh, any other picks?
No, I think you did a good job. I mean, those are all great picks, and like I said, we have no budgets. This is all just in our heads. Unlike deck building, we are cast building, and we have the same budget that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has. So we can hire anyone that we want at any time, and just have a great time with it. So I think you had a great cast. I think you picked some people that people may have thought were out in left field and didn't even think about, but would be perfect fits for the characters. Um, I think with the amount of people that are big fans of like the show Vikings and a whole bunch of Norse mythology type stuff, how well Thor did in some of his movies compared to others, I think you'd have a good time making this happen. Just getting the
Yeah,
right script and everything, getting it pitched out there. I think you could do it for sure. What do you
yeah, I
think,
think
Sam?
Um, it's pretty solid. I've like no comments, like anything to add to it, because I'm pretty sure if you'd be able to pull that off, that I would say at least get you an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. At least.
Well, thank you. I'll start making calls around Hollywood now.
That's a good amount of tomatoes.
Yeah.
Sam, I'll give you the choice. Do you want
Now,
to go
mind
next?
you, that is not from that is for the people's vote, not the critics.
Well, I think with the director that you have and the writers that you have, you'd be in a good spot, critics wise.
But what were you saying?
Would you like to go next?
I can. It's not going to be as in depth as his. So if you guys want to add anything to it, by all
Yeah,
means.
for sure. Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Um, I think one that would fit the theme of what's been going on. We can go with War of the Spark.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
since that's got a lot of heavy hitters in it. Um, definitively, I would want Christopher Nolan be the director, producer for it,
Okay.
because given of some of the where the places that we're going to, the fighting that happens, be the one to be able to really build on the the music. Um, I would want the people who did Dune,
Okay.
because a lot of places um, since Nicol Bolas makes that Dread Horde,
Can you
they make
can
the
you
God
for
Eternal
for
people.
people that might not know the War of the Spark story, can you kind of like shorten it up and give them kind of the background of what that might be if they might not know what that story is?
Long story short, Nicol Bolas, the Elder Dragon, been prevalent for a lot of years.
Hmm.
His goal was to become the God Emperor, like Pharaoh of everybody. He made the God Eternal like characters of the gods of I can't remember that plane, the Egyptian one. Uh, it's where Liliana basically tried to get a bunch of buff powers to be able to stop him, but because he had a contract held over her, all that. Where we see, um, oh, I can't remember his name. Well, the White Plains Walker,
Gideon?
Aslan. Oh no.
Gideon, where Gideon ends up, sacrificing his indestructibility to save um, Liliana. So,
Hmm. Yep.
Nathan approved that sacrifice.
Yes, I did.
so um,
Stay.
I couldn't think of anybody to be Gideon, just because I couldn't think of a character that I hate most to play him.
Uh-huh.
So that's up in the air for anybody who.
I have Gideon in my story, so I can't really answer that because I've already chosen him for mine. So, Josh, do you have a Gideon? Someone who could play Gideon?
Uh, J
Oh,
Jason Momoa.
Okay. All right.
um, I think I just figured it out. I can't. Well, let me get his name real quick. Uh, Sean Bean, because that fits his character. Most movies he plays it, he always dies.
Okay. All right. Good pick.
Um, for Nicol Bolas, because we need somebody who has just got this, the gravitas behind it.
I've got an idea.
James Spader.
It's not who I had.
Oh, I think he would play a killer Nicol Bolas.
I so um I think this actor played a really, really good dragon recently. Has a really good dragon voice. Kind of dealt with death, was getting ready to kill a whole bunch of people, had them all in cages. They're really close to getting thrown into a lava pit. And then a princess kind of set off one of his minions, a big rotund guy. He was a king, actually. But yeah, I think Jack Black as Bowser. I mean, he'd be a really good Nicol Bolas, but your pick's a good one too.
Could he be Ugin?
Sure.
Oh, I thought so when you were describing the dragon, I played a dragon recently, stuff like that. I totally thought you were gonna do Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh no. No, Jack Black as Bowser in the Super Mario Brothers movie. Great time. It
Yeah,
was
no,
mostly a joke, but it was a great time.
I felt baited and switched.
Um, the other that I picked that because Tezzeret was, that was he was trying to be his own man, but got like trolled by Nicol Bolas throughout the story of that. I
Mhm.
think Andy Serkis would play a killer Tezzeret.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Um, maybe not practically, but
Uh-huh.
because he moves around a lot, but
Yeah.
at least voicing. Green screen,
Yeah.
wonderful thing.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and then you got Teferi, who was kind of prominent in it.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be Idris Elba.
Okay. I
I think
like that. That would be fun.
um, the way that Teferi is like portrayed in a lot of the sets, I think he could play a very, how would I say, more of a dramatic style Teferi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, but aside from that, I couldn't really think of anybody else because when I picture tried doing Garuk, because we know during the War of the Spark,
Mm-hmm.
Garuk got the chain veil,
Yeah.
so he has his own little evil engine.
Don't
So if
worry,
anybody could,
I'll take care of that. I'll take care of that here in a minute.
all right. So basically, mostly just about if you can get some main characters for the original Gatewatch,
Yeah.
uh, it could be a good movie. The main problem is because they travel around the plane so much
Mm-hmm.
that the money on placement and scene shooting very, very different.
Oh,
Yeah.
can I pitch another character and cast?
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah.
Uh, I think Aziz Ansari should play Domri. Just because like he's getting his spark taken from him, and he just be like, "Damn, my spark!"
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah. I love it.
yeah.
That's a good one. Bring him back. He's coming back. All right.
Um I mean, it's a toss up for Jace. It kind of boiled down to um it would to me it would have to be Keanu Reeves
Okay.
because he's mysterious type. He
Ooh,
he
I might have done
can.
Tezzeret. I might have done Tezzeret Keanu.
I just don't know if Keanu can play an evil character.
Oh, I bet he can. There's a darkness in that lad.
Well, how about this? Let me. I'm pretty sure. Who'd you say? Who was the last guy? I'm sorry. Who was he supposed to play as?
I was thinking Keanu could
No, no.
do the
Uh,
lead.
Aziz Ansari. Who'd you say he was? You want him to play
Domri.
as?
Domri.
Okay. I think if how about this? Instead of that, how about Keanu Reeves playing as Xenagos, a
Okay,
planeswalker who almost turned God.
Yeah,
okay,
that'd be
I
cool.
could see it.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool. He plays an angel in his upcoming movie. So
Uh,
what's a god to an angel, you know?
yeah. Um, but who would we want as Niv Mizzet? Because that's a prominent role. That has to be someone who we see as.
I can't say Niv Mizzet's in mine, so I can't say
Oh,
who I cast.
well, okay. So in this version, we have one who's been reborn.
Okay.
You have a
So you have
So
to think
tangent
of
of
an
some sort.
actor that has died and came back to life.
Well,
oh,
I'm saying more of
Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges. The dude.
the dude version.
Yes.
I picture like a
Or who was Gandalf in The Lord of the Rings? He died
Ian
and came back
McClellan.
as Gandalf the wife. The White, yeah.
I mean, that'd be fine. But if we have Ian
That'd be fun.
McClellan, we have to have Sir Patrick Stewart as well.
Mhm.
It's a
Well,
package deal.
well then he would be another one of the Elder Dragons.
Well, how about we scrap Jack Black being Ugin, then we have
That
Patrick Stewart
makes
being
way more
Ugin.
sense. Jack Black was mostly a joke. So
Oh,
Yeah.
hey,
Sir
you
Patrick
know
Stewart
what?
being Ugin is
There's
wonderful.
we've have you not seen the Street Fighter cast?
I
I
have.
mean, okay,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
anything's possible nowadays.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So I would think because the War of the Spark is a culmination of like multiple sets,
Hmm.
I would hate for it to be like the MCU.
Yeah.
But so like I would restrict it to maybe three movies at most,
Okay.
which War of the Spark being the final one. So
So, actually, Sam, the way this would work would be it'd be a in-universe movie, then a universes beyond movie, then
Hmm.
another universes beyond movie, then another universes beyond movie, and then the sequel.
Yes.
don't we already have Universe Beyond movies?
I was just
Technically, yes.
I was just letting you know how that things work around here now.
It would be
Um,
crazy if in the next Spider-Man movie you just have like the Gatewatch show up, like he opens a closet door like in Deadpool and how he opened the closet door and like the original X-Men cast was there. He
yeah.
opens the door and all the Gatewatch is standing there and then he closes the door and doesn't realize they're standing there. Could happen.
And it wouldn't cost much, that budget right there. I wouldn't do
No, it'd have to be people just standing in costumes and you wouldn't have to show their faces. It'd be
yeah.
crazy.
You could just have one person wear it with a Jace hood, with the hood over, and all you see is blue eyes, shuts the door. Boom. You,
They
you
could
don't
be
even have to, yeah, it could be an extra.
well, they could
Eh,
be standing backwards and all you see is this cloak and you would know who it was.
well, for us, yeah, players.
That'd be crazy.
Um,
Do it.
because there's so many prevalent characters,
Mm-hmm.
I would almost put it up to the fact that it would probably be more like in game.
Mm-hmm.
As when you look at that, there's the planeswalkers that we have, but there's also like legendary creatures that are part of this fight.
Yeah.
Like if you have somebody who's playing Gideon, you would need Obnixilis. So who would play a good Obnixilis? Not no, Obnixilis, Rakdos. Sorry,
Oh,
because Rakdos
Rakdos.
hates. He aids Gideon during the War of the Spark. So like, who would you cast as Rakdos?
As Rakdos.
Someone who is power hungry but chaotic
Dwayne The
and
Rock Johnson.
oh my goodness, with a jester being Kevin Hart,
Yes.
because you can't have one without the other.
Yes.
Oh, he'd have to really work on his anger.
Mm-hmm. He was
But
pretty good in
other
the Smashing Machine.
um,
I
there's
mean, if
just
you just need like anger, you could just do like Lewis Black, who is like voiced anger in Inside Out.
Yeah.
well, yeah,
You
add
can't
a
get
little
angrier than
reverb to his
that.
voice. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
you can't get angrier than that.
So yeah, it's. I would think it would be makes the more sense because it fits in the ties with like a bunch of movies that's being made nowadays with like, a bunch of characters in it, big
Yeah.
fight scene. But
Or
Yeah, Josh.
it, if this is any character who is CGI and not actually in the room, could just be Mark Hamill
Mm-hmm.
because he's an amazing voice actor. Um,
Yes.
I watched the Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island recently just because it's Halloween. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
it's not Halloween until you hear Terror Time again. You know,
and who would you want him to play as?
like any character who is
I
on
would
green
think
screen.
he would be great as the voice actor for Ashiok.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like very
that would be
Joker.
cool.
He go into
Um,
Joker. He did the in Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island. He did the uh Creole guy with the fishing hook and the trained boar Mojo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was he did a really good like Creole angry accent. So that's also in his repertoire.
so the big thing is for we got Liliana,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
and this is going to be it might not seem like it's a major role at first, but I think if this movie would be made it would cement somebody as that character. Is how
Hmm.
relevant she is in all of.
Hmm.
Who would you
I
put
can't
in
answer
that
that.
role?
Can't
Oh
answer that.
man.
That's in mine coming up.
Well, see, that's the
Dude.
problem. I pick a set that everybody's gonna have something in their stories.
I think that should be Rhea Ripley's debut on the big screen. Let's just get buff Liliana out there.
Oh, that'd be sick. That would be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. WWE takeover. I mean, there's gonna be universes beyond with WWE here soon, I'm sure. So you heard it here first. Copyright. I'm just kidding. We can't do that. But
Yeah,
And I'm gonna go backwards too. I mean, look at Street Fighter.
uh-huh.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
possible.
Well,
It's not out of this world.
in AEW debuted their collaboration with DC Comics, so I mean it wouldn't be too crazy for WWE to do something like that. They already have a whole bunch of trading cards that are really sick and stuff. I mean, it'd be a little different because they're
See,
real life people playing characters, but still, I mean, I don't know.
if we go with that route, as much as I hate to say it, just because I don't like how she's done the story so far, but for Chandra, I think you see where I'm going with this. Can't remember her name. I haven't watched. Becky Lynch.
The man, yeah,
Mhm.
Um,
yeah,
I'm just saying if we're gonna have Rhea Ripley as Liliana, I think that right there would be a pretty good combination.
yeah.
I mean,
I
you
don't know
think
about you, but
redheads?
when I see Chandra, I do think of somebody who's got an Irish or a Scot, something of
Hmm.
that voice to her.
Hmm. You're
Probably
gonna
not, but that's what I see.
you're gonna like my choice here in a little bit. I think maybe you won't, maybe you won't. I don't know, but
This is all subjective. That's all that matters. But other than that, I do think that I am I wrong? Are they not making a live action MTG thing?
I think it's
Netflix?
animated.
Oh,
Netflix isn't animated, so from what I've read, it's animated. So I could be wrong. Maybe they changed it, but I was on IMDb earlier today and it said it was animated. So one of the genres underneath its genre was animation. So
It's a
well,
claymation, actually.
stop motion. That'd be sick. Yeah.
I'd
It
be
they
fine with
just
that. A good stop motion person that
uh,
Just takes
it's
decades.
no, no, no. You hear me out. They just have like the literal cards and are like "Mew, mew, 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 mew,
Or like
mew, mew,"
shadow
like act
puppets.
yeah.
Shadow puppets would be
Shadow
amazing.
puppets of the cards, just like that, literally just holding their cards, doing different
Yes.
parts of the story. Like, I don't feel like that how that goes. Well, you don't get to decide how that goes. Lightning bolt. Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be good.
but other than that, like I said, it's got the problem is with it too many characters. And I know Josh said his budget would be crazy. I can't even fathom budget for a War of the Spark. See,
Yeah.
like set trilogy.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I think it'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. So, any
because the
more?
problem is you'd have
Mhm.
to do shoot on set. You'd have to have some. I don't know the names for them, but like you'd have to
Mhm.
on set shooting or site shooting. That'd be crazy. Although a lot of action being in Egypt, I'd be fine
Hmm.
with that.
Hmm.
So take it
Yeah.
away.
Okay. All right. I think you guys might already know what my choice is. But I think a story of Liliana and the Raven Man and everything that they've gone through together from start to finish would be a fun movie, if not a couple of movies. But I think we might be able to kind of squish it all into one and then kind of do like stories within, kind of expand on further. So if anyone doesn't know, Liliana's story um, kind of starts when her brother Josu gets sick and she gets tricked into going down to a tree and getting something that she thinks will save her brother. It doesn't save her brother. It turns him into a zombie. He ends up um, kind of killing people and going crazy and everything. And she ends up having to take care of her brother. Um, and she goes from starting off in one place, going to another plane to learn how to become a zombie general, a sorceress, whatever you want to call her. Um, and she takes a deal with one of the elder dragons in this story who ends up making her sign a contract with four major demons in the story, which brings her to coming over and meeting up with the Gatewatch and kind of messing with them, which takes us to another place where she just kind of makes more decisions that might not be the best, which takes us to another place where she kind of tries to go and retire at the end. She's over 2 centuries old. She's got a lot of stories that she's been a part of. But I think, long story short, she's one of the most story centric characters in Magic. And you have that with the members of the Gatewatch. That's why they're the members of the Gatewatch. They have a lot of history behind them. Um, but yeah, she's born on Dominaria. She goes to Innistrad to study. She goes to Chandelar to find the Chain Veil. She goes to Amonkhet, and then she goes to Arcavios, where she becomes Professor Onyx and tries to go away for a little bit and retire. Um, she goes into the Hell Vault, which is pretty freaking sick too. Um, so that would let us go to places like Ireland, to the UK, to um, like the Middle East, anywhere from Africa, anywhere over there. Um, just kind of all over the place. So it'd be another one where you kind of go around the world shooting. Wouldn't be the first movie to do that, so I don't think it'd be too crazy. You could also do it in a sound stage if you wanted to be lame, but we have no budget here. Okay. Um, so we've got a pretty stacked cast. Starting out with Liliana, we've got Alexandra Daddario. Um, that's who my choice is. Um, for our other big person in the story, the Raven Man, the one and only Michael Keaton, I think would be a perfect choice for that, especially how he looks today, fit in perfectly. Um, for Nicol Bolas, I'm going to go with Josh Brolin just because he did a great job with Thanos. I think he'd do a great Nicol Bolas. Um, for some of our Gatewatch people, we've got Jace. I'm going to go Robert Pattinson. Garrick, I'm going to go Alan Richson.
That's good.
Chandra, Amelia Clark is who I'm going to go with. For Gideon, you brought him up earlier, Josh. I'm going to go with Chris Hemsworth. For Niv Mizzet, Benedict Cumberbatch. For Tezzeret, Alan Tudyk. I think he's a perfect person to be
Yep.
playing a humanoid type person. For the Lunarch Macias, I have Doug Jones, fellow Ball State chirp chirp shout out. I think he'd do awesome. He was the elder vampire in What They Do in the Dark, Things They Do in the Dark. I can't remember the name of that
What
show.
they do in the shadows.
What They Do in the Shadows. Thank you, Sam, for saving my butt on that one. For Soren, I have Nicholas Holt. I think he would be great. Um, and then for my four demons, we've got uh, Kothlofed, Daniel Day Kim. For Grizzlebrand, we've got Andy Serkis. Razaketh, we've got Roman Reigns. And Belzenlock, Dave Bautista. So I don't have anyone for Imrakul, and I also don't have anyone for Liliana's little brother who turns into a demon because I don't know a whole bunch of uh, too many younger child actors nowadays. So
And just apologies for cutting you off.
no, you're good.
The You're wanting to make this a possible multiple movies?
No, I think if we could get it done in one, that'd be fine.
Oh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Am
Yeah.
Because
I?
the idea that I would say, who would you want to be? Because since Raven Man is Limb Duel,
hmm I just want to
I
have one person. That's Michael Keaton.
so like a weird version of him,
Yeah.
and that would work.
Oh yeah. Yes, Josh.
I think you should, because her story is so vast and expanding, you kind of I think you start at a certain like action-packed spot to get like everyone's attention, and then you have flashbacks to the
Yeah.
development with her brother and stuff like that.
Yep.
You can't do it chronological. You have to like have like this cool, super cool, badass character raising the dead and stuff like that. And you're like, you might have wondered how I got here.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Exactly.
Like a
I
cold open for her.
yeah, a little bit. Little Deadpool-esque. But I think my director that I want is my favorite director of all time. He is the Lord of all things monster, the Lord of all things practical effects, and I would want him, no doubt in my mind. That is Senor Guillermo del Toro. So he's going to be my director. My director of photography will be Greg Fraser. He's done all of the Dune movies. He's doing the first and second Batman movie. He did The Creator. He did Rogue One. He's doing all of these really cool sci-fi, dark. Uh, he knows what he's doing, and I really like it a lot. So, that's who I'd have. For writers, I don't have an exact writer, but I would want someone like Matt Reeves or like the people that we had helping write The Last of Us. I want people that know the source material and are allowed to use the source material and tell the story correctly. Because I think if we're going to have just anybody do it that doesn't know what they're doing and is just getting a job, it's not going to come out very well.
I
So
think
we
Go
don't
ahead,
have
just
Josh.
the Halo mess up.
Yeah.
I think you and Sam should just write it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You're the strongest lore historians of our pod, so yeah, I think you two should just write it. You'll do great.
Well, the rating on this movie has to be MA.
Yeah.
Like you
That's
don't.
not that's a video game rating. You're thinking
Oh, rated R. Sorry, yeah.
18-17.
I,
Or
I would
yeah,
oh,
say
or it could
rated.
go.
I would
Or
say rated R. We're not trying to get real crazy with this, Sam. Let's go rated
yeah.
R.
but I'm saying because there's gonna be a lot of gore, a
Well,
lot.
well, I think
That's
you can.
still R. I mean,
Yeah.
if you've seen the newest
What's the higher
Evil
rating than
Dead,
that?
NC-17, but we don't need to go like that because that allows for some stuff that we want little kids to be able to see it with
So
their
I think,
parents.
I mean, like Magic cards, like you can buy that says 13 and up. I say we try to keep it PG-13. You could have some like off-screen gnarliness. I mean, like it's
Yeah,
magic and stuff, and then also there's like monsters, so you can make the blood different colors. It doesn't have to be all red and viscous. You can have
Well,
it
I
be
feel
fun.
yeah,
yeah,
since it's mostly gonna be undead stuff, it like curdled blood
Yeah.
yeah. We can
oozing.
figure it out. We'll figure that out. That's more of after it screens a couple of times and they get to those people make that choice anyway. You can't really say except for just making sure you don't put too many F bombs in the script. But yeah, I think it would be doable, especially if you're bouncing around and things like that. To make that happen and make it one movie, I don't think would be too crazy. And I think it would be a good entry for learning about Liliana and setting up the rest of the members of the Gatewatch, and then having kind of like a I think that's how Magic the Gathering could build their Marvel Cinematic Universe by doing like one big story for each planeswalker and then bringing them all together for like a War of the Spark. Um, Something like that. But just my idea.
Yeah, that makes the most sense. Uh, yeah, I
And
agree.
if you do an origin story for Raven Man, I somehow a more younger Michael Keaton would.
Yeah.
Yep. You could just do that thing that they did
The
in that.
de-aging thing.
Yeah, so uh yeah, just de-age them. That'll be fine. That's not weird at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he would be the best. Like if they did a Batman Beyond, he would be the best. Like old Batman, like old Bruce Wayne taking on the new Batman. So that's why he was my choice when it comes to that kind of stuff. So yeah, well,
Yeah. I think
that's kind of all that I've got for this one. Is there
Yeah,
anything else anybody wants to talk about?
In each of
yeah.
these movies, you will get fancy promos. Not only that, but secret layers for every single one of them.
Are you talking physical media, Sam? Are we not
Yes.
going straight to streaming?
Well, I mean, good. I'm just saying, if you're going to buy the movie, you should at least be able to get cards out of it.
I think that'd be
I
cool.
think I think you should see the exclusively. I think we should have like exclusive streaming rights, and you can only watch it out of the little TV of the car in front of you that has like if they're like a van with like kids and
Yeah.
stuff. I think that's the only way you should watch it. Exclusive streaming
Like,
rights to that
slow
little
down.
TV in front of
We're
you.
halfway through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Or on a plane, but the TV that you have to watch is two rows in front of you, and so you can't listen to it.
Yeah, and I like that too. I saw someone watch Avatar, like the Blue People Avatar, not the Last Airbender Avatar,
Hmm.
on the little screen on the back of a plane. I was like, yeah, that's how James Cameron wanted that watched. No
Yeah.
3D at all, just with the resolution of a Game Boy Color. That's how he
Yeah.
meant it to be.
Well, that's what's hard about everybody having their phones and everything is like you spend, hundreds of thousands of dollars on lenses and camera packages and everything else and sound design and all of that fun stuff, and then people are watching it on their phones. But I mean, you still want people to consume your media, so it is what it is. Because
Yeah, that's,
yeah, because it's not any better it being in-flight entertainment because that's not any better or watching it uh, on your laptop, but it is what it is. You got to just make it to where everybody can see it and get it out there. That's why it's fun. I like going to the State Museum and watching stuff in like 70 millimeter and things like that because,
That was wild. That was
yeah,
the
if
first
something
time I.
says it's shot for IMAX on IMAX cameras, you have to go see it in IMAX because even if it's only for a couple of seconds, you get to see that full frame take up like 2 stories of an insane screen. Like if you get the chance to go see something like that, go and see it because it will change your life a little bit, I think. But that's coming from a guy that has made film projects and stuff like that since I was a little kid. So it's all a little different for everybody else. Teach their own kind of thing. So
yeah. And then you can tell that you took the helms on, or like took the reign on this episode because it's like we could talk about anything. It's like, oh, what about film adaptations? It's like I better do my homework first, otherwise I'm gonna look really dumb in front of Nathan. So I I legitimately spent like a good hour today like going through the cast and stuff like that. It's like, is this good or is this dumb? Is it like writer? Who would be a good writer? I'll look up these good writers and stuff like that. So I didn't want to get shown up too much. So
oh no, you guys did great. That's the whole point. I think it's fun. It's just like another fun little exercise of using our brains, but also getting to tell stories that people might not know. And then if anybody out there wants to tell us what story they'd love to see adapted into a Magic the Gathering film and who they'd like to see in the cast or what they think of our story ideas and if we took boneheaded decisions and we cast too many WWE superstars or something, let us know. Because Dave Batista is rather small now. He's not as big as he used to be, and Dwayne Johnson's trying to slim up too because he's playing some guy whose best friend's a turtle chicken in his next movie with one of the Safdie brothers. So who knows? We might have made some bonehead decisions. Let us know. We appreciate everybody tuning in and watching every week. Um, that's part of the reason why we do this. But like I always say, I love doing it because I get together with my friends every single week and talk about a game that's brought us all together even more. So, with that, does this episode resolve?
I
Yes,
think it
sir.
resolves. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you again
Yep.
next week. Bye.
Well,
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Hexproof from Ward. If you like what you heard, you can continue to listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can watch us on YouTube. You can also give us a follow on Instagram and Blue Sky. We'll see you next week.